After countless attempts to plan a meetup with school friends, the day finally arrived. We had dreamed of taking a long drive somewhere along the outskirts of Kathmandu, but every time, something or other got in the way. This time wasn't perfect either. Some friends were out of the valley because of work, and others, well. Life has changed. We're family people now, and priorities shift. But even if it wasn't the whole gang, a few of us made it happen. And that was enough to turn this long-delayed plan into a reality. With excitement rushing through me, I changed in a hurry, stepped out, and jumped into my car. One deep breath, engine on, and I drove out of my home, ready for the day ahead. My first stop was my friend's house. And this time, I wasn't taking my own ride. No, today's journey would be on his legendary old beast. I'll show you that beauty once I reach his place. From my home to his, it usually takes around half an hour, depending on traffic. But since it's a Saturday, I'm hoping the roads are forgiving. I'm already running late, so every minute counts. Let's see if I can make it on time. To my surprise, the traffic was already building up. The road wasn't as clear as I'd hoped. But honestly, who cares? I was still determined to reach my friend's place on time. Meanwhile, let me show you a bit of Kathmandu's ring road, because I've actually never filmed the roads of Kathmandu before. The road itself is smooth, no doubt. But we Nepalis, well, we're not exactly known for following traffic rules. We have this habit of breaking them without a second thought. Sometimes I wonder how we even passed the driving test and got our licenses. Lane markings? Most of us don't bother. Traffic light colors? Half the time, it feels like they don't mean anything. The only rule many seem to follow is simple. Overtake at any cost and reach the destination first. And mind you, this road has seen its fair share of accidents. A reminder of how risky these habits can be. The speed limit here is set at 50 kilometers per hour on this perfectly smooth, buttery stretch of road. And every time I drive here, I can't help but wonder, why 50 on a road like this? It feels like you're barely moving. If you ask me, it should have been at least 65. This road deserves it, but maybe the authorities know us too well. We Nepalis have a habit of bending the rules, overtaking where we shouldn't, speeding when we shouldn't. So perhaps 50 is their way of trying to protect us from ourselves. Before the Gen G protest, traffic enforcement was tight, speed guns flashing, alcohol tests at every checkpoint, and officers monitoring every corner. But after the chaos, the vandalism, the fire, many of those instruments were destroyed. Speed guns and the breath analyzers were all gone in a moment of rage. And ever since, things haven't been quite the same. But at the end of the day, rules are rules, and they're made for our safety. So to everyone watching, please follow traffic rules. They're not here to slow you down. They're here to keep you alive. Stay safe, and don't become another tragedy on these roads. Finally, the long-awaited flyover, or should I say, overpass, has arrived. Yes, the massive structure at the chaotic Gorko intersection in Lalitpur, built to ease the never-ending traffic on the ring road. Nepal's first of its kind, designed to let cars flow over the junction instead of getting stuck below, part of the Kochwar Gorko Kalanki Road expansion. Sounds perfect, right? Well, we'll have to wait and see if it really works. Trust me, one evening it took me nearly 2 hours to cross this overpass from my home. Why? Haphazard traffic, people in a mad rush to reach their destinations, and yes, our classic Nepali rules are optional driving style. So, while the overpass is a dream on paper, the reality on the ground, let's just say it's still very, very Nepali. This road is 8 lanes wide, including the service lanes. And yet, somehow, traffic jams still happen. I literally don't understand it. The road seems more than fine. Here's another funny story I have to share. Along this road, we have multiple overhead bridges built for people to cross safely. But the funniest part? We Nepalis. Well, we're lazy. Why use the bridge, waste energy, or take the extra time? Nope. We prefer the shortcut, walking right over the busy road, creating chaos, and giving zero care to the traffic below. And the police? They're just there, watching. Some even use these overhead bridges to make TikToks or videos instead of crossing safely. So all that investment in these structures often goes completely unused. Funny, isn't it? But sadly, this is our reality. As soon as you hit the Pepsi-Cola road, you can't help but notice it. Smooth, clear lanes and sidewalks finally taking shape. For a moment, it almost feels like Kathmandu is waking up. But don't relax just yet. Traffic here is an adventure of its own. Buses, cars, motorcycles, and delivery trucks all move like they're in a chaotic dance, honking, weaving, and somehow surviving the madness. The sides of the road are buzzing with life. Shops, markets, and apartments packed together, from shiny tile and marble showrooms to tiny roadside eateries. And the best part? Every turn has its own story. Every corner a little surprise waiting to test your driving skills. Pepsi-Cola Road, it's smooth modern, but totally gloriously chaotic. Please excuse the video quality this time. I'm filming with my Xiaomi K20 Pro. My GoPro is having some issues and is out for repair. I wasn't planning to film, but I really wanted to capture these memories. So here it is, imperfect in quality, but perfect in moments. Finally, after a drive that wasn't too long, but had me running behind schedule, I arrived at my friend's place. I thought parking would be easy, but I was wrong. A function was in full swing, and the usual spots were all taken. The road felt tight and unfamiliar, and for a moment, it seemed like a small challenge to conquer. Thankfully, my friend, knowing the area like the back of his hand, took the wheel and guided to a feasible spot. The car was finally parked, but we weren't ready to move just yet. We needed a moment to recharge, to fuel up. A quick cup of coffee, a deep breath, and get ready to pick up the rest of the gang. And here it is, the old beast I've been talking about. Old in years, perhaps, but it looks brand new. Fresh tires, engine running silently, not a hint of vibration. The car is in incredible condition. But the reality? Even for my friend, getting this beauty out onto the road was no easy task. The space was tight, narrow, and tricky to navigate. Yet, with skill and precision, he maneuvered the car smoothly, making it look almost effortless. After fueling up the hungry beast, we finally hit the road to pick up the rest of our friends. 5 of us in total, all catching up, laughing, and reliving old memories. Sure, we've talked about bigger plans, full gang meetups, long drives, but today just the 5 of us was enough. Originally, Dalagat was the plan, but as we drove, The ongoing road construction and our growing hunger forced a change of course. We decided to stay closer to the city, aiming for a place where we could savor some fresh trout. Everyone was on board. Hunger was calling louder than adventure. The route wasn't without its challenges. Off-road stretches, steep climbs, and narrow paths tested both the car and our nerves. But the beast didn't falter. It climbed, it roared, it conquered every obstacle with ease, carrying us smoothly toward our destination. Halfway there, we made a small stop, coffee in hand, omelets on the side, recharging ourselves for the final stretch. The combination of the roaring engine, breathtaking roads, good food, and a laughter of old friends made the journey unforgettable. It wasn't just a drive, it was an adventure, a memory in the making, and a reminder of the joy of being on the road with people who matter. I kindly ask that you all subscribe to my channel, Into the Unknown, if you haven't already. I hope you are enjoying the video, and don't hesitate to leave a comment. Your feedback is highly appreciated. Kindly give this channel a like and share, and remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching.